Hello, this is Seewing. Today, I'm going to share with you how the nation's builders are trying to ramp up with their new construction inventory amid a historic housing shortage inventory nationwide. By the way, if you see value, please smash the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already done so, and also comment below on the description. Not a great information. Then I'm also going to talk about the what's going on in the current housing market nationwide. This article was dated several weeks ago, April 17th. It was published by the National Association of Home Builders. And the headline article is Lack of Existing Inventory Continues to Support Builder Sentiment. The builder confidence in the market for newly built single-family homes in April 2023 rose 1 point to 45, according to the National Association of Home Builders, NAHB, Wells Fargo Housing Market Index, HMI, released today. Furthermore, for the fourth straight month, builder confidence has increased due to a lack of resale inventory despite elevated interest rates, said NAHB Chairman Alicia Huey. And furthermore, the industry, she says, continued to be plagued by building material issues, including lack of access to electrical transformer equipment. Currently, 1/3 of housing inventory is new construction, compared to historical norms of a little more than 10%. Said NAHB Chief Economist Robert Dietz. He says more buyers looking at new homes, along with the use of sales incentives, have supported new home sales since the start of 2023. And the share of builders using incentives to bolster sales has edged up 57% in February to 58% in March, and now 59% in April, but it's still lower than it was last December at 62%. Now, that same way me back to going through this housing market current conditions. So I'm going to share with you my PowerPoint. Here it is. Here's the housing market as of this past March, comparing March year over year 2022 to 2023. During this past year, as we can see here, home sales in the western region of the U.S. has plunged to 31%, and home prices have fell year over year at 7.5%, mainly in California and Las Vegas, Phoenix, Arizona, Boise, Idaho, and throughout California, because this is a volatile market. These are pandemic boom towns during the past few years where home prices skyrocketed amazingly. The home prices has fallen the fastest in the western region, at least temporarily. And let's go over the Midwest market. As you can see on the green color, sales year over year has decreased 18%, and prices has gone up at 1.7% in the Midwest area. Again, don't fall under the doom and gloom, amazingly negative headlines. Real estate market is hyper local. Every real estate market in specific metros and cities are different from one another. That's really, my opinion, there's really no such thing as a national real estate market. Real estate market is local, so I'm sure you understand that. So please comment below as well. Tell me what's going on in your market. Are you seeing multiple offers? You're seeing bidding wars? Are you seeing a reduction of prices? Tell me, because I'm very curious to know, because as a real estate investor, I guide my real estate investors to buy in the affordable cash flow markets, mainly in Midwest and Southeast over the past 20 years. That's what I do. Anyway, getting back. Surprisingly, the Northeast, under the blue color right here, the Northeast region of the U.S., sales have decreased 21% year over year from March 22 to March 2023. However, prices have maintained itself. In fact, it has increased a little bit by 1%. And finally, the South and Southeast area, which is my favorite region, especially for our turnkey real estate investors who are buying entry-level investment homes and cash flow very nicely in this particular region, not only recently, but over the many years. So this is to me personally, this is a very robust market. All right. In this area of the region, home sales year over year has decreased by 20%. However, home prices has stabilized and is increasing, be at very low 0.3%. And furthermore, I don't know about you, but whether you are primary home buyers in the current real estate market, whether you are a real estate investor, mom and pop real estate investor trying to buy investment homes, one of the asset class people should really focus on is trying to buy new construction homes, entry level type homes, because for the past 6 months on or about, we have many builders are providing you some amazing incentives. And these incentives, you have to really pay attention. You will have to understand that this is once in a lifetime opportunity to take advantage of the builders incentives. They can buy down your rates. Sometimes you can buy down your rates. The building incentives, they can give you a $20,000 incentive whereby you can use some of those incentives to buy down the rate. And many of our investors are able to do that in the entry-level markets in Florida and Texas and few other places. And they were able to buy down the rate of 30-year fixed rate mortgage about 5.5%. And that's amazing. So it's a great opportunity to seek out the local builders in a specific market, whether you're a primary home buyer or whether you're real estate investors, because these incentives are really going to improve your financial situation fairly attractively. But these incentives is slowly going to go away, in my opinion, throughout the rest of this year, especially when the housing buying frenzy will continue to occur, and there's more pent up demand and still lack of supplies. The builders will do away with this amazing incentives they'll provide you. Okay. All right. So let's go over the auto research, the most current. And as you can see, this right here is this year. And available inventory has increased just a little bit month over month in March and April timeframe to 414,000. Is quite a bit higher than the past 2 years. However, if you compare to the pre-pandemic level, 2019 on thereabout, is 50%. Available inventory is 50% below the pre-pandemic level. All right. So that is a very key metric. Very difficult compared to the last 2 years, 2022, especially the first half of 2022 and throughout 2021, we have historic low level inventory around 1 month or so, 1 month's supply inventory in 2021 and half of 2022. So inventory has risen since then, but way below the historical norm. As you can see right here, the inventory level, the Autos research generated a few weeks ago, April 21. As you can see right here, we are at extremely around 500,000 single family homes available for sale as we conclude this first quarter of 2023. Again, the low inventory occurred historically around 2021 and first half 2022. But you look at the pre-pandemic, you look at 2019, the homes were available inventory were like 1 million. And you look at 2016, the available inventory was 1.2 million homes. So we are trending towards a very disturbing, even lower level of the inventory. Right now, nationwide, I think the supply of inventory is at around 2.7 months of inventory, which is extremely low. And 31% of total home supply is new construction. So that's good because the current resale homes are really very troubling to homeowners right now with mortgages that was able to obtain historical low mortgage rate of 3% or lower, and they're not going to become a move-up buyer to buy a new home, a move-up home at 6.5%. That's crazy. They're not going to pay twice the amount of mortgage they're paying on the current home. So most sellers of homes are not selling. Therefore, the nation's builders, they have an urgency to supply more inventory of new homes in the marketplace to the tune of percent or more. But on a historical basis, new construction is only 10% of total home sales on a typical traditional home buying year. So just keep that in mind. All right. Here's some additional articles. New home sales surged almost 10% this past March as home buyers turn to builders. Okay. And new home sales are 683,000 annual rate in March versus 623 in a prior month in February, led by massive increases in the Northeast, as a matter of fact. And in terms of price reductions, we have seen less and less price reductions this past year because of the demand is creeping up, even with a 6.5% mortgage rate that we have seen recently, but still below the previous last year. There were a lot of price reductions during the downturn of the second half of 2022 as a result of the skyrocketing mortgage rate. But the price reduction has been decreasing because sellers are understand the reality of the market, so they are pricing their homes very realistically and not over inflating their home selling list price. Okay, and lower interest rates leads to more buyers' demand. And just to recap what's going on, if the new builders are in the position to supply more new construction homes into the marketplace, we're going to see some very dramatic continued downward trend in the supply of inventory because most homeowners are still locked in at the low mortgage rate. The only way they have any motivation to sell their home, to move up, to upgrade their homes is a mortgage rate. If the mortgage rate, in my opinion, falls below 6%, we should have more inventory coming to the market because more homeowners are willing to get rid of their 4% mortgage rate or 4.5% mortgage rate to move up to a 6% or 5.7% mortgage rate, especially a lot of those homeowners that have a lot of equity in their homes. They could buy a vacation home with all cash after they sold their previous home and all that. But there are a large category of homeowners right now with mortgages who have less than 3% mortgage rate. And it's going to be tough to entice those homeowners to sell their homes, even if the mortgage rate comes back down to 5.5%. I see this lack of inventory going to persist for a while to come, way beyond this year. I see there's a seller's market going on. And I don't know about your market individually. Please comment below what's going on with your market. But in many of the markets, especially specific markets, medium price, entry-level prices, especially homes that are priced correctly, homes that is turnkey, they are rehab properly on a good location. Those homes are flying off the shelf. I'm hearing multiple offers, around 5 to 10 offers. I'm hearing like 5 to 10% price increase, home selling 5 to 10% over the asking price. It's not going to be any kind of crazy situation like it is in 2021, and we will probably never see anything that occurred in 2021 with the historical rising of home prices. But things are trending upward. Again, at the end of the day, any kind of people want to buy a primary home if they could afford it. They have a good financial position, they have a good job stability, and they should pull the trigger. And for investors out there, I work with real estate investors to buy cash flow properties with 25% down in entry-level, low-price markets. There's no reason why those investors should stay on the sideline either, because you're not buying based on mortgage rates, monthly payments. You're buying based on cash flow. Let your tenants pay off your mortgage and your debt service. If you buy the right kind of cash flow properties in the right locations, mainly in the Midwest and South and Southeast. Right. One final thing, you have to buy the long term. Invest for long term. Don't do any kind of flipping. Long term buy and hold, 7 to 10 years and beyond. That is the key to wealth building through real estate. Right. Before I let you go, again, please, if you see value in this presentation, please smash the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And finally, you can drop your email into my website newsletter below you, so you can become a free member of our real estate investment club. By putting your email on there, you will receive weekly email newsletters about real estate investing information, all free. You can educate yourself more about it. And we have a lot of videos and speakers that talk about real estate investing and great education, so you can ultimately not only become a primary homeowner for the long term, but buy investment properties, turnkey investment properties in a good location in the U.S., regardless of where you live. You can become a successful investor by buying cash flow turnkey investment properties through our network, so you could create wealth for yourself and your family. All right. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you on the next video very shortly. Have a nice day. This is Seewing. Goodbye.